Good day, everyone. I am here to present my final presentation for the subject P222, or the Resource Use and Development. This study aims to conduct a comprehensive evaluation of the Environmentally Critical Areas Network, or ECAN Resource Management Plan 2015 to 2020, implemented by the Municipality of El Nido, Palawan. RA 7611, or the Strategic Environmental Plan for Palawan Act, addresses the protection of Palawan's forests, including the imposition of total commercial logging ban. Furthermore, it aims to conserve biodiversity, manage coastal and marine resources, and protect the right of indigenous community. The ECAN plan must integrated both in the Provincial Physical Framework Plan, or the PIC and PIC-LUC. It must be incorporated in the zoning plan or the CLUP in municipal level. ECAN is a key component of the SEP that establishes a graded system of protection and development control over Palawan's terrestrial, coastal, marine, and tribal lands. And here are some important plans and bases of the ECAN MRP: the Forest Land Use Plan, the Comprehensive Water and Land Use Plan, the NIPAS Act, and the SAF-DZ. Another part of the process is the different methods used in this plan. In data collection, they use the Key Informative Interview, or the KII, the ECAN workshop, and the FGD, or the Focus Group Discussion. They also use different tools like GIS and spatial data and survey questionnaire that targeted different people in different sectors. After the data collection, they arrive at the result, which is in the ECAN zone. The components of the ECAN zone target all sectors and are divided into terrestrial, coastal and marine, tribal, and ancestral. After determining the exact boundaries of the ECAN zones, each zone is described as core zone, buffer zone restricted use, buffer zone for controlled use, buffer zone for traditional use, and lastly, the multiple use zone. When it comes to management, ECANization refers to the process of ECAN management in Palawan. It is defined as the process of delineating and marking boundaries of the different zones in both land and sea. In the ECAN management program, directly addresses the key needs and challenges identified through both the threat analysis and the participatory ECAN planning workshop. To facilitate a comprehensive understanding of each PPAs, the ECAN management program is structured into distinct subcomponents. Subcomponent must be holistic, environmental and institutional, and social and economic. The ECAN MRP and PDP shares the idea in clean and healthy environment because the ECAN management resource plans share this core objective, mirroring the PDP's focus on conserving biodiversity, protecting vital ecosystems such as forests and coastal areas, restoring degraded environment, and strengthening the environmental governance through improvement to policies, regulation, and institutional frameworks. Another thing is ensuring the ecological integrity. The Sepur Palawan Act, complemented by the ECAN RMP, implemented in all municipalities of Palawan, represents a direct and localized approach to protecting and sustainably managing the province's natural resources and ecosystem. MRP contributes significantly to achieving several SDG goals. First is the life on land. By focusing on protecting, restoring, and promoting the sustainable use of the terrestrial ecosystem, including sustainable forest management, combating desertification, and halting and reversing land degradation and biodiversity loss. Next is the clean water and sanitation, or the SDG 6, by promoting the availability of the sustainable and management of water resources and sanitation systems for all. Third is the partnership for the goals, or the SDG 17, by strengthening implementation mechanisms and revitalizing the global partnership for sustainable development through collaborative effort. Finally, by contributing to the aforementioned SDGs, the ECAN program indirectly supports the SDG 3, or the good health and well-being. A healthy environment achieved through sustainable and land management, clean water resources, and a collaborative partnership is a fundamental to ensuring healthy lives and promoting well-being for people of all ages. This is the end of my presentation, and thank you for listening.